scrappers, how you doing today? I know it's been a little while between videos. Today I am your density. Okay, here, hang on. I was cleaning off the lint. No, I'm cleaning off the lenses. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So we're going to talk today about mixed zinc and aluminum. Now I have these two little pieces and this leftover piece. I think this is aluminum. I think this is mostly aluminum. This is probably a mix. And this is heavy zinc. We're going to talk about what I've heard is Archimedes' way of determining density so that you know roughly what you have in your bar. Okay? Because I have bars that are mixtures of zinc and aluminum. It's nice to keep them separate, and I do have some bars of pure aluminum. Okay? But quite often they're a mix.
He also has Zamac.
Yeah, well, I won't talk about Zamac today too much, but that is also a consideration. Okay, I'll have young fellow step back here a little bit. Wider shot, please.
Big wide shot.
I'm gonna have to go get my gloves too. Where are they? Over there. Remember your PPE, of course.
Personal protective equipment.
All right. We're gonna start the shot.
Dad, put on your gloves.
All right.
You literally just said to put on your PPE.
Alright, let's go take a look inside the crucible. From high. Okay, back it up. Back it up. Okay, cut. Okay, back up and then I want you to start filming again. Okay, I have to take this out now. So we can start filming.
Sorry?
Film! Is it running? Okay,
Yeah.
Alright. It's showtime.
That does not look like metal. Uh-oh.
Oh, we're good. Okay, cut the camera.
Sorry?
Cut it. All right, let's cool that puppy off. That's the bar we just made. And that's still really hot when you pull it out of there.
Any of y'all watch Forged in Fire?
Yeah.
That's basically what he's doing now, but with water instead of oil.
Okay. That's the quench. We'll let that sucker cool for a little bit.
Yep.
And then we're going to be ready for the second part of the video.
Woo!
Okay. Hello scrappers, now we're going to do the maths and the science part. So I'm going to show you a couple things. First of all, I have my handy dandy graduated cylinder at 900 milliliters, okay? It's not exactly perfect. This is not an exact science. Okay, so here's our bar we just made. We know that it's probably mostly aluminum, but there's definitely zinc in there. And I put that on a string, and I'm not going to worry about the density of the string. It's so minor, this is not going to throw things off very much. Now, before we go into that, just take a shot of this here if you can. Pure aluminum is
got a density of 2.7 cubic grams per cubic centimeter, and zinc has 7.4. And so this will be somewhere in between, and I can use this handy dandy chart I just made to try to figure out the percentages. I do have some missing numbers in that, but we can estimate. This is not a critical thing to tell you exactly, but it's to give you a rough idea as to how much of this is zinc and how much is this aluminum. And again, we are pretending like there's no chance there's something else near, but there could be. If this is some Zamek in here, there could be a little bit of magnesium, there could be a little bit of copper in here. We're going to just pretend that we don't know any of that, and that this is strictly zinc and aluminum, okay?
We're pretending that zinc and aluminum are the only metals.
Exactly. Okay, so let's go down and take a look. So now this comes up to just shy, let's see. So this would be 950, 60, 70, 80. That's about 979, let's say. All right, so 979. Okay, turn thing off. Okay, so now we've got part of the equation. We know that pan down here. We've got 79 cubic centimeters, because remember it was 979. So we have 79 cubic centimeters of metal. Okay, now of course there's some air and things in there. It's not perfect. This is not going to be exact, okay? Now, let's find out what the weight is, because that's the other part we need. 286 point, doesn't seem to want to hold still, so we'll just call it 0.5. How's that? Okay. Off. Okay, so I had to use a calculator on the phone. So anyways, I took 286, I divided it by 79. That gives me 3.63. Now I'm going to look at my cheat sheet. 3.59, if it had a density, so this is the density, the 363 is the density. 3.59 is 80%. 3.81 is 75%. So it's about 80% aluminum. It is a hair less. So let's call it 79% aluminum. Actually, let's just call it 80% because that's really, really close. Pause. Hello again. So what I like to do to keep track of this, and I hope I got these right because I went and something bad happened to all my letters. But anyway, I'm going to whack this. And you can barely see it, but there's the 8.
Oh, there it is.
Maybe I'll whack that a little more. It'll be very hard to get it on the same spot, but let's just whack away. Actually, not too bad. Okay. And then I'll mark the 0. And then I'm going to mark A so that we know we're talking about aluminum. And now my bar is marked, and I know it's 80% aluminum, which means it's 20% zinc. Asterisks in case there's other metals in there. But it gives you a general idea of what you're dealing with. So wrap up. Thank you, Lucia. Lou does maths. And remember, you are my density. Over and out.